The legacy of George Armstrong Custer, following the Battle of Little Bighorn, has become a topic of considerable debate in American history, woven into the intricate tapestry of a nation grappling with its identity. On one hand, he is celebrated as a symbol of bravery and determination, a man who sacrificed himself for what he believed was right. Tales of Custer's heroism during the battle have intertwined themselves with American folklore, crafting an image of a fearless leader facing formidable foes. Yet, Custer also embodies a cautionary tale about the perils of overconfidence and the dire consequences of failing to comprehend the complexities inherent in the conflicts he engaged in. His decision to split his forces and launch a bold assault on one of the largest Native American encampments of the time reveals a troubling pattern of strategic miscalculations that would ultimately seal his fate along with that of his entire command. Amidst a backdrop of national expansion and burgeoning tension, Custer emerged as a prominent figure, hailed for his earlier exploits during the Civil War. He had gained notoriety for his audacious cavalry charges and unyielding spirit, earning respect and admiration from both his peers and the public. However, this admiration morphed into a dangerous hubris, leading him to underestimate the strength and resolve of the Native American tribes. As Custer and his troops ventured into the uncharted territories of the West, the U.S. government, driven by a desire for land and resources, sought to enforce its dominion over indigenous peoples. The callous displacement of native tribes from their ancestral lands, fueled by the discovery of gold in the Black Hills, set the stage for a catastrophic confrontation. Custer's life and military career, from his glorious days of gallantry in the Civil War to his tragic downfall at Little Bighorn, reflect one of the most tumultuous periods in American history. The clash of cultures, values, and ambitions during this era is a poignant reminder of the consequences of unchecked ambition and colonialism. Custer's arrogance and failure to accurately assess the situation around him not only led to his own demise, but also became a somber testament to the loss and suffering endured by Native American communities, who found themselves fighting for their very existence against an encroaching empire. As June 25, 1876 approached, Custer's confidence fueled his belief that he could achieve a swift and decisive victory against the Sioux and Cheyenne tribes. He chose to divide his forces into 3 columns, a move that would prove catastrophic. Major Marcus Reno, with approximately 125 men, was ordered to attack from the south, while Captain Frederick Benteen was tasked with securing the left flank with another contingent of 125 men. The remaining force, numbering 280, remained with Custer, who was determined to sweep down from the north. However, this strategic decision, rooted in a fundamental misunderstanding of the enemy's capabilities and strength, was a fateful misstep. In the hours that followed, Custer's troops would encounter fierce resistance, ultimately finding themselves besieged on what would come to be known as Custer Hill. Surrounded and outnumbered, the soldiers tried to form a defensive perimeter, but the relentless assaults from Sioux and Cheyenne warriors, armed with rifles, bows, and an unwavering spirit, chipped away at their numbers. The tragic culmination of this confrontation would result in the loss of Custer and all 210 of his men, their bodies scattered across the wind-swept ridges, a haunting reminder of the costs of ambition and arrogance. As news of Custer's defeat spread like wildfire across the nation, it shocked the American public and ignited a wave of anger and resentment against Native American tribes. The U.S. government, determined to assert its dominance, intensified military campaigns, leading to further violence and displacement of indigenous peoples. In this turbulent aftermath, Custer's image as a valiant leader was crafted not only through his actions during the battle, but also through the narratives that emerged in the years following. Books, articles, and theatrical productions glorified him as a martyr, ensuring that his story remained ingrained in the public consciousness. Yet, this romanticized portrayal often overshadowed the complexities of the conflict and the profound suffering endured by Native communities as a result of U.S. expansionism. In the decades that followed, Custer's legacy became a multifaceted narrative, eliciting both admiration and criticism. While some viewed him as a tragic hero whose ambitions led him to a heroic end, others condemned him for his reckless decisions and the repercussions that resonated far beyond the battlefield. The ongoing struggles of the Sioux and Cheyenne, as they fought to protect their sacred lands and preserve their way of life, were often marginalized in favor of glorifying Custer's exploits. His life story thus evolved into a lens through which many examined broader themes of American identity, manifest destiny, and the moral implications of westward expansion. Today, as we reflect on Custer's legacy, it is essential to acknowledge the multiple perspectives surrounding his life and actions. His story serves as a powerful reminder of the complexities of American history, where narratives of bravery and conquest coexist with tales of loss and injustice. By embracing these nuances, we can foster a more comprehensive understanding of our past, allowing for a deeper appreciation of the diverse experiences that have shaped the nation. The aftermath of the Battle of Little Bighorn has left an indelible mark on the history of the American West. It is a stark reminder of the resilience of Native communities and the enduring impact of their struggles for justice and recognition. As we consider the events that unfolded on that fateful day, it is vital to recognize the humanity of those involved, particularly the Sioux and Cheyenne warriors who fought valiantly to defend their homes and families. In the years following the battle, the full might of the U.S. military would return with greater force, eventually subjugating the native tribes. The lands they fought so fiercely to protect would be lost, and their cultures would face the threat of erasure. Yet, the spirit of resilience and resistance among native peoples has persisted, echoing through generations. Their stories and struggles have gained visibility in contemporary society, fostering dialogue about justice, reconciliation, and the need for a deeper understanding of America's complex past. As we grapple with Custer's legacy and the ramifications of the Battle of Little Bighorn, it is essential to approach these discussions with empathy and an openness to learning from the perspectives of those who lived through these tumultuous times. The narrative of Custer and the events at Little Bighorn invites us to reflect not only on the triumphs and tragedies of the past, but also on the ways in which they resonate with our contemporary values and ethics. Each visitor to the windswept hills of Little Bighorn must draw their own conclusions about the man, the battle, and the cost of hubris. Ultimately, Custer's story is not just about one man's ambition, but serves as a poignant reminder of the complex interplay between power, resistance, and the enduring quest for understanding and reconciliation in the tapestry of American history.